Hey guys, it's Bob Ferngren and I'm back with another 8-minute video on network marketing. Now, in this very short series in my daily videos, I've been talking to you about 3 things that can either propel you ahead rapidly into abundance or can keep you locked in. 1 is giving, 2 is forgiveness, and 3 is gratitude. Now, you can go back and look at the previous videos right before this video to learn more about giving and more about forgiveness. But today I want to talk to you about gratitude. And this one's a huge one, guys. I mean, they're all huge, but this is huge. And man, you latch onto this, watch what happens. Gratitude. The Bible says, grateful in all things, thankful in all things, all things. Doesn't say some things or sometimes. And yeah, that can be difficult. And it's very difficult to learn the behaviors and actually ingrain in yourself a spirit of gratitude. So you've really got to work on this. You really have to work on it. Now, being grateful, let's think about the opposite. Let's think about people we know who complain about their jobs. Let's think about people who complain about the team they're on. Maybe complain about their upline. Complain about the company. Complain about the weather. Complain. Now, again, the whole premise of this, whether you're a believer or you're secular, is to help you understand, because God's laws work in the secular world and they obviously work in the believer's world, right? But it's to help you understand the law of attraction. This is a law of attraction business. Who you are is who you're going to attract. It's so simple, guys. So, someone who is not grateful that they get a check every week or 2 weeks from their employer. Someone who's always complaining about their spouse or the school they go to or the people they hang around with, or they're just negative. Now, think about that person. How could they possibly ever be successful here? Who would they attract? Right. Think about you. Maybe you're a parent. And think about Christmas morning. And you've given your children the best you can, whatever that is, for Christmas. And they immediately start complaining. Or maybe it's a day or 2 later. How do you feel? How do you feel, Mom or Dad, after you've cooked a meal and you put it in front of your family and they're less than enthusiastic or not grateful, right? So think about God now. God's more than likely you live in America, which means you're still in a country under favor, blessing, and protection. If not, please go visit the rest of the world. Please. For you people, anybody complaining about America, to me, has just never been elsewhere or has a desire for something more socialist or communist. And that could be your spin. I'm not trying to go political. I'm just saying you haven't traveled if you complain about America. Our poorest of our poor are better than most of the people living around the world. Matter of fact, it wasn't too long ago that our poor's number 1 problem was malnutrition. Did you know what one of the number 1 problems for our poor right now? Obesity. This is the land of abundance. Every single day I thank God I live in America. I'm also equally as grateful living in Florida based on what's going on elsewhere. But if I lived elsewhere, I would be grateful there. I can't change things by being negative or ungrateful, so I would be grateful. I would find things to be grateful for living in states that are more oppressive or how they're treating their citizens. Think about gratitude. How important it is. Think about the spirit of someone who is thankful in all things. Do you know that every single day I write out a list that can be as few as 20. At times, I am not exaggerating. I've filled up 3 or 4 sheets with 3 columns on each sheet of things I'm grateful for. I am literally grateful right now that I'm able to breathe air. Think about if God turns the air off for a second. That's so funny, but really? Really? I have running water. I'm thankful for that. I live in Florida. I'm thankful that we have AC. Well, what about when bad things happen? Right. When bad things happen, because they do, and you're the person who rises above circumstances and you're still grateful. Well, what if like a hurricane's going through the South right now? Oh, it is terrible. It's horrible. It's a bad situation. But if your family got out of there safely, even if you lost your entire home, aren't you grateful? Aren't you grateful? And I think for those who have ears to hear, you know that God works all things for the good of those who are called His in His will. So even bad things are working out for us and working on our behalf. But here's the deal. I mean, you just got to think about this stuff like law of attraction stuff. Law of attraction, okay? Law of attraction. Who would you follow? Some ungrateful, negative, whining, complaining about this and negative, or someone who's just, being positive and being grateful. Again, this is who we have to become. Or all you can do is really scratch on a chalkboard with your fingernails otherwise. And maybe somebody just buy some products from you just to stop you from annoying them. But if you want to become someone in network marketing, a spirit of gratitude in all things with thanksgiving. All things means all things. Is that difficult? Everything we have to do to be a great person, the most important thing is who we become, is not easy. Our nature pulls us in the opposite direction. Our nature is to hold grudges and not forgive. Our nature is to say things like, well, when I make money, I'll give. Our nature is to complain, mumble, and grumble. This is not an easy life. And you can be around a lot of people who mumble, grumble, and complain. So you think that's just normal. They're not going anywhere. They're going nowhere. If you're going somewhere, figure out how to be grateful in all things. And here's what I would suggest. And I started this 14, 15 years ago when my life bottomed out. I literally, every single day to this day, write out things I'm grateful for. I claim God's glory. I am so grateful. And bam, I list them. And you know what? Many of them, 99% of them are the same every day. But my Father in heaven, and whether you're a believer or not, just being grateful for what you have, that's one of the keys that unlocks getting more. You want to unlock more? Grateful in all things, with thanksgiving in all things. Hey, let's go.